The Hynniewtrep Youth Council criticized the Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, claiming during the budget session that the government wants to make Meghalaya a 10 billion economy by 2027-28. The organization claimed in a press release that the state's fiscal deficit budget of rupees 1,592 crore is absurd because money is being wasted on a plethora of ineffective committees and commissions that only serve the political interest of the National People's Party and his allies. According to RTI response from the Planning Department, the NPP-led government established two councils between 2018 and 2023, and it was further stated that the cost of staffing the two councils as well as other benefits and facilities provided to 8 appointees under the two councils came to rupees 4,42,21,207. However, they claimed that during the 5-year period, the council failed to hold even a single meeting, let alone offer any recommendation or perform any of their stipulated duties. Therefore, they urged the Chief Minister to take corrective measures to reduce the wasteful cost associated with these councils, as they provide no useful contribution to the government or the state as a whole.
In the last budget session which was held, we have seen the statement made by the Honorable Chief Minister of the state, in which he has stated that the government of Meghalaya is intending to make our state into a $10 billion economy. Of course, he has presented a budget with a fiscal deficit of around 1,592 crores or so. But if right after they have taken over the new reign for the session 2023 to 2028, we have seen in the month of April, this government has made political appointment, as I can see, around 21 numbers, ex-MLA, MLA, into various boards, into various councils and commission. Today also, we have seen that 6 numbers of them. Some are ex-MLA, some are office bearer of political parties who are supporting the government. They have been appointed into different council or different board. Seeing this trend of appointment of the political, those who are associated with the political party, we have filed an RTI with the Planning Department, only with the Planning Department, to know how many of those appointments have been, of those persons who have been made as chairman, co-chairman, vice chairman, deputy chairman, into the various council or commission, only within the Planning Department. The reply that we got is, there are 2 councils under the Planning Department. One is known as the Meghalaya Economic Development Council, with a chairman who is the sitting MLA, and other co-chairman, deputy chairman and vice chairman. There is another one which is known as the Meghalaya Resource and Employment Generation Council. This also, it has a chairman who is a sitting MLA. Then the other members are vice chairman, deputy chairman, who are affiliated with some political party or another, who are supporting the government. Whether these 2 councils have sat for a meeting or have given any advice to the state government or have made any contribution in order to to function as per the mandated functions which it has given to them. Sadly, the reply which we got from the Planning Department is that these 2 councils in the last 5 years, during their period or during their term, they have not even sat for one single meeting. They have not even given one single advice or suggestions to the government to carry out its function. So they have failed in performing their functions. That is number one. But secondly, when we asked how much money was spent on payments of perks, remuneration, payment of wages to the staff of the chairman, the co-chairman and all the appointees within these councils, we learned that out of the 10 appointees within the Meghalaya Economic Development Council, 4 of them have made claim, and out of these 4, they have claimed for an amount of 1,55,02,266. This amount was paid to them, in spite of the fact that they have not made any contribution at all. They have not performed any of the functions that was mandated to them. This is with regard to the Meghalaya Economic Development Council. And when it comes to the Meghalaya Resource and Employment Generation Council, we came to it is learned that an amount of rupees 2 crore 87 lakhs 18,951 was spent for the functioning of the council, in spite of the fact that they have not made any contribution, they have not given any advice, they have not sat for even a... The state government under the chief ministership of Shri Conrad Sangma in the last 5 years have wasted public fund of rupees 4 crores 42 lakhs in these councils which have not made any contribution or any they have not given any advice as such to the state government or to the state as a whole. So from our side, we condemn these unnecessary expenses made by the last government, and we are demanding from the state government in the next few days. We'll be writing to the chief minister with the demand that the chief minister should take corrective actions. These type of council, these are only two. We know that there are other departments which have commissions, which have committees, which are the same thing. They are not performing any function, but the political appointees who have been made members or chairman or office bearer of these committees. The chief minister of the state has written to the commissioner and secretary to the government of Meghalaya planning department, directing him or her to take necessary action for appointment of the following persons. First one is Shri Bajot Pungrop, MDC, to be appointed as the chairman of the so-called Regional Planning and Development Board or Councils for the Khas Hills region with perks and facilities under Category A. And the second person to be appointed is Shri Rakesh K. Sangma, MDC, as the chairman of the Regional Planning and Development Board for Garu Hills region with perks and facilities under Category A. But now, when we got this document from the planning department, we saw that Sri Bajot Pungrop, who is the MDC, right after he joined NPP, he joined NPP on the 31st of March 2022. On the 27th of April, he was appointed as the chairman of that so-called Regional Planning and Development Board, but then without constituting a council or a board. There was no members appointed. There was no meeting held, no advice given, but he was appointed as chairman. And also same with Rakesh K. Sangma.